Hello, Denise Fleck, the Pet Safety Crusader here for my twice weekly get together with y'all with my blog. Whether it's biology, geology, or if you don't know much about the sciences, it's back to school time in a lot of places. Some kids have already been back for a while, some are just getting ready to go. But whether you're a kid going off to school or maybe you're an adult who teaches, there is probably a change of schedule around your house. And that change can lead to stress and either physical or behavioral problems with our pets who've been used to having more family members, human family members, home together all summer long, playing, throwing the ball on the frisbee, going down to the lake, jumping in the pool, and just having together time. So it's important that as our schedules change, dogs and cats being creatures of habit, we need to get them into a new routine. Now, if you read my blog, which I will post here along with it, just so you have it in print. I know some of us like to read things and some are better at listening. So I try to accommodate, but whatever the case is, some people, may want the dog to go along for the car ride as you're taking the kids to school. I mentioned that it's not necessarily a great idea, but I must tell you, especially in my elementary school days, I remember it was Jojo the poodle in particular who used to accompany me as my dad drove me to school and was there barking and yapping with the half rolled down window when I would come out to the car afterwards. Once in a blue moon, I would be just tremendously surprised because my dad would have loaded up Ulysses, our Great Dane, in the car to come pick me up. So there was nothing better than having my bestest friend, pick me up or drop me off at school. But the concern about that is dogs are smart. They learn the route. And if you can't keep, really good tabs on them and they slip out the door, they may end up finding their way to your child's school. So that's what the comment is about, maybe that it's not the best idea to take them along when you take the kids to school. If you've got an ironclad control of them and they're not going to get out during the day and it's something that they enjoy and the kids enjoy and you drive safely with them buckled up in a doggy harness that's secured to a seat belt or other type of strap, well, that's a different scenario. As far as kids that ride their bikes or walk to school, that, though, absolutely is not a good idea of having the dog tag along. I know, and here I've been doing lately is dating myself. But, it was always great when Timmy walked off to school and Lassie followed him. Or, many of the other old sitcoms, we would always see the dogs tagging along, following to school, and then they'd play for the day and come back and greet their human kid sibling at the end of the school day. But we know with motor cars and superhighways and all that's out there now and about, it's just not safe for our pets. So do, keep proper restraint on them, keep them in their fenced yard supervised or in the house with you if you are home with them. Now, since, their schedule has changed and they've got more free time on their hands, that can often lead to destructive behavior as well. They can develop bad habits. They just start eating things out of boredom, whether it's dirt and rocks, which can bother their system, or if it's, your favorite sofa. So you need to keep, pets busy. A tired dog is a good dog, as I always say, and this applies to our kitty cat friends as well. So one of the first things I'm going to just pop out there and tell you is maybe this is time to add another four-legged feline or canine to your family. If you, are somebody who's around that can supervise them, make sure they're going to get along, do all the proper training and introductions, this might be a wonderful time so that your four-legged best friend will have a new best friend to keep him company while everybody else's schedule has changed. If that's not in the cards, though, maybe it's time for Fido or Fluffy to go back to school themselves. You can teach an old dog or an old cat new tricks, and you can even teach a middle-aged or still a young one new tricks and need to remind them of their training. Obedience training is basically learning manners, teaching our pets to be polite, giving them some parameters so that they fit well into our households. And we all need to be reminded of the rules every now and then and practice them as well. So this could be a great thing to re-enroll in an obedience class or just spend time with the pet. He's going to love the extra attention, of course, the treats, so keep those to a minimum. but it will be a great thing to keep him out of trouble, to keep him busy and exercised, and keep you at it as well. Now, there's going to be a time, though, when you're done with the training for the day and you need to sit down at your computer or cook a meal or whatever it might have to be. And although you love having that Velcro pet, you know, right at your hip 24/7, you may need him to be a little occupied. So there is no vast wasteland as far as going on the internet or in a pet store of newfangled toys and different products that can keep your pets busy. So whether it's chicken flavored bubbles that he can chase, whether it's some kind of newfangled toy that you put treats in, a puzzle game, there are lots of things out there. Obviously monitor, don't believe the marketing and that, you know, it's indestructible. Trust me, there's some dog out there that can destroy just about everything. So it's, you know, it's just part of our conscientious pet parenting to observe them and supervise them and make sure they stay safe. But find something to keep them busy, because there's all kinds of phrases that are coming to mind now, but like an idle mind is the devil's playground, or different things like that, meaning a bored dog or a bored cat will get into things. Once again, cats can play games just as well as dogs and learn tricks. So don't think I'm being species specific here. This applies to them all. Maybe it's your hamster who normally runs in that wheel all night long, and now he's running during the day too because he doesn't have kids, you know, giving him attention. Just make sure you really tune in, give those weekly head to tail checkups, are even more observant than you had been in the past, because, you know, your pets might be up to something, or they might be feeling blue without their best human pal around. So give them time, maybe take them back to school, keep them safe and keep them busy. And while we're at it, maybe you can go back to school too to learn for your pet. You know, all you have to do is go to the Pet Safety Crusader website and go to products/classes, and I've got an array of information that you can learn to become an even better pet parent than you already are. There's cat first aid classes, bird first aid, rabbit and hamster first aid, in addition to my regular pet ones. There's senior pet care, and there's disaster preparedness training. And all of these have books. I've got some new books that have come out, so if you're more inclined to pick up something and read it, but just keep on learning for the sake of your pets. And remember that when our schedule changes too, it can make them blue, because pets are used to a routine and now they're going to have to get into a new one. So try to establish it early and stick to it so that they'll know what to expect of their human family members each and every day in the months to come. Have an awesome possum time with your pets, and give belly rubs and ear scratches from me. Bye-bye till next time.